Good day, beautiful friends, beautiful heart, beautiful soul, light seeker, peace lover, students on the path of meditation. Good day, using Bali time. Hopefully you are healthy, happy, and even holy in your place wherever you are. Thank you very much for allowing yourself to be dispelled by the light which is flowing through me. The light only flowing through me. Thank you for thousands of beautiful friends this morning. There are thousands of friends who joined our guided meditation this morning. Some from Bali, some from outside Bali. Even some of beautiful friends come from outside Indonesia. Thank you. If you learn the law of attraction, especially, you know this law very well. If you are butterfly, you will be interested in beautiful garden. If you are like a dolphin, you will keep seeking the ocean. In short, in this realm, everything has its own couple. The butterfly, the place of butterfly is beautiful garden. The place of lotus is in the mud. The place of dolphin is in the huge ocean. Everything has its own place. If you want to have a beautiful and lucky life, do not forget to develop a beautiful heart inside, because luck and all those beautiful experiences in life can be easily found by someone who have beautiful heart. It is hard to imagine that flies can visit the beautiful garden very often. It is hard to imagine. Not saying impossible, but it is hard to imagine. It is hard to imagine that the birds can swim in the ocean. It is hard to imagine. In the same way, it is hard to imagine that there will be peaceful and happy life if you have a negative and critical mind, if you have a heart which is not beautiful. For that reason, I keep sharing the light to you all of you again and again. Focus on developing peaceful mind and beautiful heart. The rest will naturally come to you. Focus on developing beautiful mind and beautiful heart. The rest, simply surrender the rest. That is the message that I keep sharing to all of you. By the time we are waiting another 10 minutes to 12 o'clock Bali time, since this model is very important, this is the model of healing and peace that we develop in the spiritual family of compassion. We have developed this model for more than 10 years. There are thousands of close friends in meditation session especially have been healed because of this model of healing. Simple but deep model of healing. No matter you pray or not, no matter you believe in God or not, no matter you believe in religion or not, life keeps flowing. From day to night, from week to another week, from 1 year to another year. Keep flowing. That is the cycle of time. No one can stop it. The challenge then, if you stay at the edge of the circle, here, the symbol of crying eyes, you will keep suffering from time to time. Protesting, blaming, complaining, never saying thank you, never saying gratitude. That is the characteristic of suffering soul who live at the edge of the circle. Suffering soul. That's why the symbol is the crying eyes. So that's why I keep approaching all of you again and again. Leave behind the suffering soul. Say goodbye to all complaint and protest. Say goodbye to all kind of inner conflict. That is the way to saying goodbye to the crying eyes. Because this is the territory of illness, and the center of the circle is the territory of wellness. Illness, wellness. Don't forget, if you need 3 words, accept, flow, smile. If you need 2 words, silence and smile. If you need only 1 word, rest, rest, rest. That's why I keep sharing to you in guided meditation. In the more advanced level, meditation is to take a perfect rest. To perfect rest from any kind of inner conflict and inner critic. Especially because everything is the dancings of the same perfection. The Hindus call it everything is the dancings of the Shiva. The Buddhists call it everything is the smile of the same Buddha. That is how to transform your soul journey from the territory of illness to the territory of wellness. Accept, flow, smile. Silence and smile. 1 word, rest, rest. From the beginningless beginning until endless ending, life is perfect as it is. The most important reason why Mother Nature lives far longer than us human beings, because Mother Nature lives as they are. The tree lives as the tree, the ocean lives as the ocean, the sky lives as the sky. The sky never compare themselves with the ocean never compare themselves with the land. The land is beautiful as the land, the ocean is beautiful as the ocean, the sky is beautiful as the sky. That is the most important reason why Mother Nature lives far longer than us, because they live as they are. That is another approach of living behind the territory of illness and approaching the territory of wellness. Don't forget, illness begins with I, wellness begins with we. If you want to grow from illness into wellness, remember living behind the word I, ego, selfishness, entering the word of we. There are many approaches that are available, but the most important approach that I suggest to you is learn to be happy by making the others happy. Learn to be happy by making the others happy. This is a kind of medicines that I keep drinking to my soul. I keep drinking that medicine to my soul. And the fruit is very beautiful. My health is far better than before I retire. The quality of my relationship with the close person, like my wife, much better. And also some of beautiful friends in unseen realm also very friendly to me. Include those scary lower beings. They are very friendly to me. It is because I keep training myself, growing from the territory of illness into the territory of illness. Excuse me, from the territory of illness into the territory of wellness. At the center of the circle, as you all know, there is only peace and stillness. Peace and stillness. No matter life keep growing from one day to another day, no matter life keep flowing from one year to another year, at the center of the circle, there is only stillness and peace. That's why I keep persuading all of you, take a rest. Take a rest. As soon as you rest the mind in this moment as it is, all the energy draining from the mind will totally stop. As a result, body have a self-sufficient energy inside. In the moment when the body have self-sufficient energy inside, the body has all the ability to heal itself, include healing yourself from chronic illness like cancer. Yeah. There are a lot of friends who asking the same question from one time to another time. This morning, a beautiful lady from Jakarta asking a beautiful question in Facebook. Guruji, I have a problem with lupus. Any spiritual suggestion? I said to this beautiful lady from Jakarta, first of all disease, include the lupus, closely related with lack of nutrition. Nutrition in this case is not only biological nutrition, but also psychological and spiritual nutrition. Be careful with your nutrition. Yeah. In the teenagers, especially because I love riding motorcycle. Forgive me, beautiful soul, beautiful heart, wherever you are. There is a little bit technical matter here that make us disconnected for a few seconds. It's okay, it is okay. It is part of our spiritual journey. It's okay. Since now it's raining here in Ashram Avalokiteswara, in the high mountain in northern Bali, it is now raining. Sometimes a little bit problem with internet connection. Again, when it comes to the nutrition, be balanced. Since I was very active in young age, especially when I was a teenager, I loved to ride motorcycle. I was very active. I tried to choose a nutrition which is more passive. What I mean more passive is fruit, vegetable, and consuming less active nutrition like egg, fish, and also meat. I consume meat and fish, but in a very small percentage, because, as I said before, my young age was very active. So that's why I try to balance my body by consuming more passive nutrition in old age. That is the idea of balance. That is biological nutrition. Be balanced. And don't forget the high variety of plant-based food. When it comes to psychological nutrition, among all psychological nutrition, the most suggested psychological nutrition is positive thinking. Look at everything from the positive point of view. Not the positive which is the enemy of the negative. No. the positive, which is part of the holistic. You know, this morning I was supposed to bring two computers from my room upstairs, but I forgot one of the computers. I returned back, climbing the stairs, whispering to myself, that's okay, that's okay. It is part of the exercise. That is positive thinking, you know. Here in Ashram, whenever I deliver spiritual message using social media live, sometimes there is technical problem, but I never got angry, never. The reason why I keep seeing the things that happen from the positive point of view, at least making me more patient from time to time, making me more mature from one time to another time. There is always positive point of view, even for the most negative things that happen in life. That is psychological nutrition. The first one is biological nutrition. The second one is psychological nutrition, which is positive thinking. Positive thinking, which is closer to the holistic one. The third nutrition is spiritual nutrition. When it comes to spiritual nutrition, try to combine between being balanced and spiritual connection. If you spend most of your time inside the room, sometimes walk outside. If you spend most of your time in the office, looking for money, learn to be balanced by loving your family. If you spend most of your young age to make yourself happy, learn to make it balanced by making the others happy. The first part of spiritual nutrition is being balanced. Your spiritual nutrition will be far better or even perfect if you can combine between being balanced and being well connected. You may have a question, how to make our soul well connected. Say thank you as often as possible, especially whenever you pray. The most beautiful prayer that available here on earth is thank you, thank you, thank you. Whenever happen in life, whether sad and glad, pain, pleasure, blame or praise, see all of them from the gratitude point of view. Gratitude, that is the key word to make your soul well connected. Whenever you pray, remember to pray using the word thank you, thank you, thank you. The combination between being balanced in one hand and being well connected on another hand, that is the best spiritual nutrition. That is my answer to one of beautiful lady from Jakarta this morning. She got a lupus and asking for the beautiful message. And my answer, behind all disease, there is always lack of nutrition. And the nutrition in this case is biological nutrition, psychological nutrition, and spiritual nutrition. Another thing, since immune system, 60% of the immune system is in the gut, pay attention to your gut. Pay attention, pay close attention to your gut, because 60% of immune system is in the gut. Yeah. Another thing, to friends who have chronic illness like lupus, this lady from Jakarta, learn to heal yourself by using placebo effect. This is not something new. It has been happened more than 100 years. Many people are healed not because of the external medicine. They are healed because of the internal medicine. What is the internal medicine? It is your own faith. It is your own belief. Please strongly believe that you are able to heal yourself. Develop an inner faith that you will be able to heal your own lupus. Placebo. There was an explicit research from the University of Toledo. The conclusion is very clear and clean. Those who are optimists tend to have a stronger placebo effect rather than those who are pessimists. Even though laboratorium tests and medical doctor concluded that you have a lupus, not saying that the medical doctor is wrong, no. Not saying that the laboratorium test is wrong, no. But what I am saying to you, medical doctor and laboratorium test is only one point of view. Remember, human body is the most complicated machine here on earth, the most complicated machine. It cannot be healed by using one discipline only, like psychology, like medical school, or even you cannot heal by using Holy Scripture only. It can be healed by using a multi-perspective way of thinking. Again, laboratorium test, the conclusions of medical doctor is only one point of view. There is another point of view, the point of view of placebo effect. Someone healed not because of external medicine, but someone is healed because of internal medicine. What is the internal medicine? Your own belief. So that's why I keep writing in social media, especially when you see no light outside, meet the light inside. And one of the beautiful light inside is your own belief. It is your own faith. That is what I mean by maximizing placebo effect. Now it is 12 o'clock plus 12 minutes past o'clock. We are now entering a guided meditation. Since it is 12 minutes past 12, as I promised in social media, now we enter guided meditation. Don't forget, after guided meditation, I will summarize to you the beautiful topic, happiness is an inside job. That is the summary that I will deliver after this guided meditation. My holy Guru, wherever you are, the living Guru, the Holy Scripture Guru, the symbolical Guru, the secrets Guru, kindly allow me to be your own servant. Kindly allow me to be your own servant. First of all, remember to cross your leg. Secondly, make your back and head straight but relaxed. Thirdly, your wings, don't make it too open or too close. Make it natural. The positions of your hands, totally up to you. If you love to follow your own religion, it's okay, as long as you are relaxed and natural. The Hindus are suggested to be like this, to release Sattvam, Rajas, Tamas, to meet the Balinese elder call it Sangyang Monk, the ultimate silence, to meet Mandala, perfection. The Buddhists are suggested to follow Borobudur temple in central Java. This is the positions of the West, position of the East. It is totally up to you. Where is the source of your light? In my case, my source of light is in the West. So that's why I used to put my hand like this, because the source of my light is in the West. Open your eyes a little bit. The rest, kindly allow me to be your own servant. Now we are going to meditate. As the innermost core of flower is honey, the innermost core of meditation is taking a perfect rest. To put it more precisely, to take a perfect rest from any kind of inner conflict and inner critic, like sad, glad, pain, pleasure, sorrow, joy, false, true, right, wrong. Rest your mind from any kind of inner conflict. That is the innermost core of meditation. How to rest the mind from all inner conflict? Learn to be the good friend of beautiful smile. Whatever the blessing of this moment, from technical problems until the singing birds, simply smile. Smile is a beautiful omen that you are no longer a victim. You are now a master to your own life. In the more practical step, to rest the mind, simply feel the gap between two breaths, between in-breath and out-breath. There is a gap. Between out-breath and in-breath, there is a gap. Less than 1 second. No need to hold your breath. No need to shorten your breath. No need to prolong your breath. Simply feel the gap between two breaths. That is exactly what I mean by resting the mind. Here in Ashram Avalokiteshvara, we hear the voice of singing dove. Use any sound, from the sound of motorcycle, the sound of car, the sound of alarm, as holy bell, to be back to the gap between two breaths. Some of you who learn human energy know most of the energy draining come out from the mind, particularly the critical and the negative mind. As soon as you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, all the energy draining that come out from the mind will totally stop. As a result, the body will have self-sufficient energy, which enable the body to heal itself. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Quoting from certain old holy scripture, without changing your mind inside, there will be no change outside. the way to change your mind inside. Simply simple. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. At the head of Mother Earth, in the land of snow Tibet, where there is Mount Kailas, there is a beautiful saying like this: the dry season does not reduce the amount of water in the universe. Raining season does not increase the amount of water in the universe. In the same way, pain, pleasure, sad, glad, they do not decrease anything, they do not increase anything. For that reason, rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. The suffering mind is like ship in the ocean which is full of waves, going up when being praised, going down when being blamed. And the gap between two breaths is the anchor which is connecting the ship of suffering mind with the beach of peace. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. The other approach of resting the mind. As dolphin beautify the ocean by being dolphin, butterfly beautify the garden by being butterfly. You are beautifying Mother Earth by being yourself as you are. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. As the natural natures of water which is wet, the natural natures of flower which is beautiful, the natural natures of the mind is peaceful. Of course, when you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, as I said this morning, the deepest root of suffering, try to make the impermanence into permanence. Try to make the impermanence into the permanence. That is the deepest root of suffering. By keep witnessing, by keep resting the mind at the gap between two breaths, now you are healing the deepest root of suffering. Simply be a witness. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. No matter how deep you meditate, there is always wave inside. Bad mood, good mood are a kind of wave. But you are no longer the wave. You are now the surfer. And the board of the surfer is resting the mind at the gap between two breaths. Accept, flow, Smile, beautiful soul. That is another approach of resting the mind. Accept, flow, smile. Everything is the dancings of the same perfection. As you all know, water can pass any kind of obstacle. Water in the river can pass all the obstacle in the river because the water keep flowing. In the same way, you also can pass through all obstacles of life if you keep flowing. In the depth of the flowing, one day you will understand you are not a drop of water which is seeking the ocean. You are an ocean in the drop of water. Someday you will understand, after keep flowing from one year to another year, you will understand that you are no longer a drop of water which keep seeking the ocean. You are the ocean inside a drop of water. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. In the old path of meditation has been widely shared. The most important reason why countless human beings are painful because the mind keeps jumping to the past and the future. In the past there is guilty feeling. In the future there is fear and doubt. And the best medicines that meditation can provide to you is resting the mind in the present. So that's why in English language, another meaning of present is a gift, a beautiful gift. In the moment when you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, you are entering the gate of the present. You are taking the gift of healing, which is the present. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. No matter what happens in the present moment, from numbness until peace of mind, smile, beautiful soul, smile. Smile is a sign that you are no longer being dictated by what happened. Smile is a sign that you are now the master of what happened. As the cycle of season outside, from dry season to raining season, from winter to summer, the same thing happens with the inner world. There is cycle of the season inside, like sad, glad, pain, pleasure. But you are no longer those seasons. You are the witnessing blue sky. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. The wind can blow, but remember to be the flying kite. The sun can have hot sunshine, but remember to be a blooming flower. In the same way, anything can happen in life, anything can happen in this moment. Simply rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Some of you who learn Tantra especially know the mind that binds you in samsaric realm is the same with the mind that set you free from samsaric realm. Meaning the unenlightened mind and the enlightened mind are two sides of the same coin. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. After spending long time enough resting the mind at the gap between two breaths, now we enter the second chapter of meditation, learning to forgive. Especially because without forgiving, the soul will never grow and glow. Visualize a crying baby on your left hand. It is the symbol of your soul wound, the symbol of your bad memory of the past. It can be harmed by the divorced parent. It can be the bad experience of sexual harassment. It can be a great failure in the past. Anything that make you deeply harmed in the past. Visualize all of them as a crying baby on your left hand. And the meditative approach of forgiving yourself is giving them space without any resistance. Giving those bad memory and soul wound a space without any resistance. That is the meditative approach of forgiving yourself. Giving them space without any refusal, without any resistance. Give them space. Especially because everything is the dancings of the same perfection. To enable you to forgive yourself, even the holy soul in the past committed mistake in the beginning as part of the soul journey to be mature. Sri Ram in Hindus sent arrow to Subali. Prince Siddhartha in Buddhism, who later became a great Buddha Sakyamuni, harmed his own father and wife by leaving behind his own home early in the morning. If the holy soul like Prince Siddhartha and Sri Ram committed mistake at the beginning, the same thing also happened to the commoners like us. Now forgive yourself by giving space without any resistance to all those memories of the past. Give them space. One of the beautiful healers from the West, her name is Louise Hay, and her most beautiful book is You Can Heal Your Life. Louise Hay keep repeating in her book, you can heal your life. Behind all pain and disease, there is always self-refusal. There is always self-resistance. The stronger your self-resistance, the stronger the pain will come to you. Now give space to any bad memories of the past. Give them space without any resistance. That is the meditative approach of forgiving yourself. After forgiving yourself, now learn to forgive the others. Those people who harm you in the past. It can be divorced parent. It can be ex-boyfriend, girlfriend who left you behind in the teenager. It can be friend who bullied you. It can be your boss who keep angry to you. Whoever who harmed you in the past. Now deeply contemplate. It was not violence. It was not violence which makes the others harm you. It was deep soul wound. It was deep soul wound who make the others harm you. We are all wounded by the parent wounded by grandparent, and grandparent were wounded by their parent. That is the chain of suffering here in samsaric realm. And we can cut those chain of suffering by sincerely forgive. We can cut those chain of suffering by sincerely forgive. How to forgive? It is not only you who are wounded. The person who wounded you also wounded even worse. The sad things about people who wounded you in the past, this is the sad things about them. They try to heal themselves by harming the others. And sadly, they did not get any medicine. They even got another more soul wound. For that reason, now visualize a crying baby on your left hand, giving beautiful rose of forgiving to the crying baby on your right hand. At the same time, remember the beautiful message of the late Nelson Mandela. Without forgiving, you will bring portable prison wherever you go. Without forgiving, you will bring portable prison wherever you go. Visualize a crying baby on your left hand, your soul wound, giving rose of forgiving to the crying baby on your right hand. No other choice. Without forgiving, there will be no bright future. It is hard to imagine there is soul growth and soul glow without forgiving. In order to make your soul journey much better and deeper, now call the white light of Father from the sky. Call the red light Mother from the earth. They both embrace each other in the fourth chakra of the heart. First of all, call the white light Father from the sky, entering your crown chakra. Rest in the fourth chakra of the heart. Secondly, call the red light of Mother from earth, entering your first chakra in the lower part of your back. Both white light of Father from the sky and red light of Mother from the earth embrace each other in the heart, giving birth to the pink light of love. Now visualize there is a pink light of love in your heart. Share the light of love to every single cell of your body. That is one of the approach to be the best healer to yourself. Share the light of love to every single cell of your body, especially the part of your body which is painful. If you have pain in your hand, send the light of love to the hand. If you have pain in the head, send the light of love to your head. Now send the light of love to the people who deeply love, from your wife, husband, children, parents. Send them the light of love. Remember their kindness, remember their love, and deeply wish that they will be happy and peaceful as well. Now send the light of love to the people who harm you in the past. It can be divorced parent, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend who left you behind in the teenagers. Send them the light of love. Develop a deep wish inside to let them deeply happy and peaceful. To make your love unlimited and unconditional, now send the light of love to the lower, middle and upper realm. From hell, Satan, Gumatat Gumitit, animal, plant, Mohammadi, Wong Samar, human beings, demigods, gods, all being here in samsaric realm, the realm of Dharma protector, Mother Kiva, Father Tengen, dragon, Garuda, lion, tiger, the realm of Arahat and the realm of Bodhisattva. By the time you send the light of love to the lower, middle and upper realm, kindly allow me to sing the song of love from the beautiful island of Love, Bali, the only island in the world which is called the island of love. This is the song of love from the beautiful island of Love, Bali. Putri Chaneng Ayu Ngijang Chaneng Juma Memelu Asmalu Kepakan membelanja apang ada darang nasi. Life is like staying in the hotel. The guests keep coming and going. Sometimes visited by sad, the other time visited by glad. Sometimes visited by sorrows, the other time visited by joy. Whatever and whoever the guests are, keep smiling, beautiful soul, keep smiling. Meme titiang iring, nongos titiang juma, sambil pun ajak titiang dadwe dimulih tiang gap-gapin. As soon as you open your eyes, whisper deep into your soul the beautiful mantra of Aham Prema, meaning I am love who is here to share love. Aham Prema, and Aham Prema. Thank you, beautiful friends, beautiful soul, light seeker, peace lover, the students on the path of meditation. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to let the light wicks flowing through me to dispel some part of your inner darkness. Hopefully, I find you healthy and happy because of the guided meditation. Now, I will summarize to you my previous presentation about happiness is an inside job. Happiness is an inside job. One of the very important medicines in our time is happiness. Happiness. Even United Nations rank the happy country all over the world from year to another year. It is a strong sign that happiness is one of the most important medicines that we need nowadays in our cycle of time. In the past, when I was young, you should be successful first, then you can be happy. But in our cycle of the time is different, the opposite. You should be happy, then there is a possibility that you will succeed. You see, happiness in the past is considered to be the fruit. But in our time, happiness is both the fruit and also the materials of success. Let me repeat once again. In the old age, you should be succeed first, then you can be happy. But in our time, you should be happy first, then there is possibility that you will succeed. For that reason, let me refresh your memory the topic of happiness as an inside job. I keep sharing this story to all of you for more than 10 years. Even since I was still active as a CEO in the capital city of Jakarta, being the public speaker as well in Jakarta, I shared this beautiful story. Millions of people love this story. Imagine in one morning, your neighbor put a cow dung in front of your door. If you have negative thinking, then this cow dung will become a source of conflict between you and your neighbor, because you will consider cow dung always, a dirt. This cow dung make my doors dirty. Because of that, a conflict can happen between you and your neighbor if you have negative thinking. But if you have positive thinking, you will be able to see the cow dung in a more positive way. Wait, this cow dung. If I put this cow dung under the flower tree, as a matter of time, this cow dung will become a beautiful flower. You see, the same cow dung can become a source of conflict if you have negative thinking. But the same cow dung can become a beginning of friendship, a bridge of friendship between you and your neighbor if you have a positive thinking. What I mean by happiness is an inside job. You can be easily happy if you have a positive thinking. Not the positive thinking which is the enemy of negative thinking. No, again it's not. It is the positive thinking which is part of the holistic thinking. The same spirit with the story of cow dung, the angry husband, the angry wife, the naughty children, losing job. It can become the source of suffering to you. It can become the source of happiness. It is totally depend on how positive or how negative your mind is. What I mean by happiness is an inside job. Anything negative can happen outside. Anything negative can happen outside. I do not want to mention about negative thing outside. It is against my vow. But anything negative can happen outside. But do not let them to steal your positive thinking. Any darkness can happen outside, but do not let the darkness outside steal your inner light. What I mean by happiness is an inside job is very simple. First of all, positive thinking. The second one, there is always positive sides from the most negative event in life. There is always. For that reason, anything negative can happen inside, but maintain the positive thinking inside. Anything negative can happen outside, but maintain your positive thinking inside. There will be a strong implication not only to your body, but also to your spiritual journey, your soul journey. There will be a wide and deep implication if you maintain your positive thinking all the time. Now I will elaborate to you what is the implications of positive thinking, the happiness inside. The first one, it will give a biochemical implication to your brain, the brain in the head. Some of you who learn neuroscience know, whenever you said to your brain that I am happy now, then there will be a biochemical reaction from the brain, no longer producing the health hormone like cortisol, the stress hormone like cortisol, but the biochemical reactions of the brain will produce the growth hormone like dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. If the brain keep producing dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, not only your immune system getting better, your digesting system and another system in your body also getting better. That is the first implication of positive thinking. First of all, to the brain in the head. The second implications of positive thinking is to your second brain in the gut. That the brain is not only exists in the head but also in the gut. If you are sensitive enough listening to the voice of your body, your gut keeps sending messages to you. Some of you who learn stress management in particularly know, in the moment of stress especially, there is something not positive happen in the gut. But in the moment when you are deeply happy because of positive thinking, the gut is far healthier. And they will give you a lot of guidance. Some of you who learn intuition in psychology know the gut is one of the important source of intuition. That is the second implications of positive thinking. The first one, to the brain in the head. The The second one to the brain in the gut. The third implication of positive thinking is its implication to the placebo effect. I keep telling to all of you, someone who healed by the placebo is someone who is healed not by the external medicine but healed by the internal medicine. What is the internal medicine? It is your own faith, your own belief. One of the very explicit research on the field of placebo effect comes from the University of Toledo. The conclusion is very clear. Those who are optimistic inside tend to have a stronger placebo effect rather than those who are pessimistic. It is hard to imagine that you can be optimistic if you have negative thinking. It is hard to imagine. Not saying it is impossible, but it is hard to imagine. But it is easier to develop optimism inside if you have a positive thinking. That is the third implication to your strength of your placebo. The fourth implication of positive thinking, happiness inside. It can influence even your gene, not blue gene, but the gene inside. Some of you who learn gene know inside our body we have more than 25,000 genes. If you learn epigenetics, you know you can change your gene by changing your environment, especially by changing the perceptions about your environment. And the most important thing is the inner environment of the gene. Among those inner environment of the gene, the best environment is positive thinking. In short, you can change your gene by changing your thinking from negative thinking to positive thinking. The last implication, positive thinking also can make your heart much more beautiful. I read a lot about Helen Keller. You know, the late Helen Keller is a lady who have a very beautiful heart. Even though she was blind, she keeps sharing to her own generation. I do not understand. I cannot see, but I am happy. But there are billions of people. They can see, but they are unhappy. You see, Helen Keller is one of the beautiful examples in here. How positive thinking can make her heart deeply beautiful. Some of you, this is the last implication. Some of you who study the law of attraction, you know, yeah. If you are a beautiful garden inside, the butterfly of luck will keep visiting you. If you have beautiful pond, as a matter of time, there will be lotus blossom there. In the same way, if you have beautiful heart, you can be easily happy wherever you are, because garden invite the coming of butterfly, the ocean invite the coming of the dolphin. The same thing happened to your beautiful heart. As soon as you have beautiful heart, like the late Helen Keller, you can be easily happy. For that reason, in conclusion, what I mean by happiness is an inside job. Happiness is not the fruit of what happened outside. Happiness is the fruit of the quality of your courage inside. So that's why I keep sharing to my thousands meditation students. Meditation, happiness is the output of your own courage. My suggestion then, have a courage to be happy all the time. Any dark things can happen outside, any negative things can happen outside, but please develop a courage to be happy, because happiness is little thing to do with what happened outside. Happiness is something to do with your courage to be happy all the time. Among all courage that we have nowadays, the most important courage in our times, the courage to be happy. And please remember, happiness is not something to do with what happened outside. Happiness is an inside job. Deep thank you, beautiful soul, beautiful friend, beautiful heart. Deep thank you to light seeker, peace lover, the students on the path of meditation. Deep thank you to let us, the spiritual family of compassion, share some beautiful light to your inner darkness. Deep thank you. Remember, 6 p.m. Bali time this evening, I will deliver to you a new message. Bad weather makes good teamwork. How the challenges that our challenging time not weaken your soul journey, but strengthen your soul journey. That is the message. 6 p.m. Bali time. See you this evening, beautiful soul. Thank you, and thank you. Shanti, Shanti, and Shanti. Peace in the lower, peace in the middle, peace in the upper realm.